Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Francis Entertainment Center. Today, doing the stories King Nermal and Desperately Seeking Pooky. Enjoy the videos. Nermal's owner is out of town for 10 days, so Nermal has to stay with Garfield. At first, Garfield and Odie try to kick Nermal out, but John scolds them and makes them tolerate his visit. Nermal starts annoying them by blocking the TV and pretending to have a leg injury when they retaliate. John orders Garfield and Odie to be nice to Nermal when he recovers, or they will be in trouble. Garfield and Odie reluctantly take care of Nermal, who demands treats and massages. John is impressed by their care and rewards them with lasagna. However, they catch Nermal lying about his injury and try to tell John the truth. Unfortunately, John doesn't believe them and punishes them instead. Nermal takes advantage of the situation and manipulates John into keeping them in trouble. One day, Garfield and Odie see John giving Nermal their lasagna and get angry. Garfield decides to trap Nermal in a trash can. When John hears the bell ring, he thinks Garfield and Odie have harmed Nermal again. Fiercely kicks them out. That rainy night, Garfield and Odie sneak back and disable the bell to prevent Nermal from calling John. Despite thinking he has the upper hand, Nermal is unable to ring the bell. Garfield and Odie manage to get back at Nermal until he returns to John, who believes his leg has healed. As Garfield and Odie leave, they accidentally trip over Nermal's bandage and hurt themselves. They end up in casts, unable to eat regular food, while John mocks them and Nermal stays to oversee their recovery. When John Arbuckle calls Garfield from downstairs for a recently baked lasagna, Garfield, spending time with Pooky, decides to take the plush with. As Garfield enters the living area, John trips over Odie, causing a piece of lasagna to fly past Garfield and onto Pooky, dirtying the latter. John puts Pooky in the washing machine, tells Garfield that Pooky will have to dry on the outside clothesline overnight. Much to Garfield's horror, during the night, Pooky is stolen from the clothesline. Garfield goes to retrieve Pooky as soon as morning arrives, only to find him missing, sending him into an uncontrollable panic. However, Odie tracks the scent of Pooky to the neighbor's dog, Hercules, finding that he has stolen Pooky. Meanwhile, to cheer Garfield up, John buys 3 stuffed toys, including the Teddytron 2000, a highly advanced robotic teddy bear. While Garfield is testing his remote control, the Teddytron malfunctions during a hug command, grabbing and dragging Garfield through the house and finally throws him against the kitchen wall. Odie returns with the news, and Garfield vows to get Pooky back. Garfield tries confronting Hercules directly, but is beaten up. Then, using a fishing rod from a tree, Garfield attempts to reel Pooky up and instead grabs Hercules' collar. Garfield's next trick, to dress up as a bush, fails as he's immediately identified. Garfield's final trick involves stealing a dress and wig from a little girl's baby doll, dressing up the Teddytron and sending it into Hercules' backyard. Garfield uses the radio function to pretend to be Pooky's mother, which Hercules falls for. In a monologue, Hercules laments never having had a friend, owing it to everyone's fear of him, and thus said, willingly surrenders Pooky. Garfield, feeling apathetic, gives Hercules the 3 stuffed toys brought earlier, much to the latter's delight.